Hello again, everybody. Holy mackerel. It's a beautiful day on the lakefront for the Chicago Bears to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. We don't have a lot of time, but we're going to fill you up with information while we're here. So Jay, before we get into this, let's get into all the housekeeping. For those who didn't know, the Bears were flexed to 325 in Week 14 versus the Green Bay Packers. That shifted the Bengals and Bills to 1 o'clock, which is awesome. It does look like Steelers All-Pro D-tackle Cam Hayward wasn't a walking boot this week, but he is going to play. Aaron Rodgers, as we said, is going to be out. Tremaine Edmonds and Roschon Johnson both placed on IR. The banged-up Bears defense will have no Edmonds, no Edwards, no Jalen, no Gordon, no Sewell, no Deo. Brisker is questionable after back-to-back practices. I do believe he will play. We'll have to wait and see in about 30 minutes. But Britton Brown and Carl Jones Jr. were brought from the practice squad. Also elevated tight end Nikola Kalanick and Jordan McFadden from the practice squad to the active roster. It does look like Darius Slay will play in this game. And star linebacker Alex Smith, 6 tackles, 10 quarterback hits, 16 some odd pressures on the season. A big miss for the Steelers. Will be out. What was that, Jay?
Highsmith, I think, has got 5.5 sacks too, 5 or 6.
Yeah, he's sitting at 6 sacks according to PFF. I saw 4 and I saw 6. PFF has 6, so we'll go with PFF. But the Steelers this morning did declare Cam Hayward, Darius Smith healthy for the game. So that does take a little bit of pressure off the Chicago Bears, as they will only have to worry about 3 guys instead of 4. But hey, man, we definitely got some things to go over here, Jay. Don't want to hold people up too long on this Saturday evening or Sunday morning, excuse me. But for me, I think one of the biggest things is going to be on the defensive side of the ball. I don't know how the Bears are going to be able to stop Gainwell, these big tight ends, DK Metcalf. There's a lot to cover with a lot of injuries on that side of the ball. I do think, as I put it in my preview, the tight ends were going to be huge. The running backs are going to be huge now. I don't know how the Bears are going to stop anybody. And you'll see here, come into the show, I have raised my score from the 2017 to a lot higher than that. Jay, what are your thoughts on these injuries on both sides for the Steelers and the Bears?
Well, I think the Highsmith being out is huge for the Bears offense. It's just, again, it's one last guy you got to worry about. I know the rest of the line is still good, but sometimes you unplug one guy out of a line, whether it be offense or defensive line, and it really just changes the dynamic. Maybe then the next guy up doesn't get the same type of pressure, which doesn't set the next guy up, yada, yada, yada. Or maybe he doesn't know his gap assignments as well, or you never know what it is. I mean, if you're a Bears fan, you hope it really kind of disrupts everything on that Pittsburgh defensive front. But in all honesty, the rest of the line is still pretty damn good. TJ Watt is TJ Watt, right? He's probably going to do TJ Watt things. Now, on the Bears side, I mean, man, what scares me most is you got Ruben Hippolyte, who's a rookie, right? Small, fast, not a great tackler. He's not that great in coverage. He's not that football smart yet. So you hope he improves there. Carl Jones Jr. was, I believe, he was a UCLA Bruin, undrafted like last year or whatever. Supposed to be a good tackler, but again, really hasn't had that much playing time. I think he's got like 4 or 5 or maybe 10 like all assisted tackles, nothing solo. So he's not done much. But my big worry is who's calling the defensive plays out on the field. Yeah. Who's the quarterback on defense right now? I didn't really think it was that great to have Tremaine Edmonds doing it, but at least he had the experience, right? He was a Pro Bowler at one point in his career. So I don't know who's going to be calling those plays. Maybe it's Kevin Byard now. Maybe he takes over the role. I would assume he's going to have to. He's one of the most senior guys on that in that defensive backfield. So I'm like you. I'm really worried about the tight ends now because Washington will run right over Ruben Hippolyte, right over him.
Yeah, and I think a key for me today is going to be the last signing from the Chicago Bears, which is C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I think that he can play kind of a hybrid role where he could kind of play safety linebacker type for the Bears today. I think he is going to be one of the most important pieces on the Chicago Bears defense today. Him and Byard, obviously. I do believe Brisker's going to play. He's got a bad back. That back can go out at any time and any play. So the troops on the defense are definitely dwindling away for the Chicago Bears. And I will say this, it really sucks because we lost Tremaine Edmonds at one of the most critical times in the season with the the Eagles on deck, followed by the Packers and then the Browns. Hopefully we can have him back for that second Packers game because the IR would be 4 games. The second Packers game's 5 games away. So hopefully we can get him when the Bears play the Packers here in Chicago. Also, the fact that Jaylen Warren, who I thought's legs snapped off last week.
No, he's playing. It's strange, but he's playing.
Yeah, he has no injury designation coming into this ball game as we take a look at both respective injury reports. Aaron Rodgers goes from questionable out. Darius Slay, as we stated, is in. It doesn't look like Alex Smith will be playing in this game. Then obviously they said that Cam Hayward is in. And as we just touched on the Bears, man, there's a lot on this list. But, the thing that gives me hope is I think we'll see Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson back.
Yeah.
I think against Philadelphia, after logging back-to-back full practices, I know they're being cautious with him, with them both, but I do believe we'll see them back shortly. And for those in the audience that are with us this morning, we're going to get this out of the way. We are back, baby. We're coming to River Street. We're going to broadcast live. We have $3 Coors, $3 Miller Lite cans. They will be the tall boys, half off wings. We'll do a little live podcast. We're already rocking in this Lance Briggs autograph. We got a Pack Sucks Dan Hampton autograph to auction off. And just yesterday, I picked up our number 1 auto to give away or to auction off, raffle off. As always, we got the 50-50 pot. And we're raising money for charity for people less fortunate than us around the holiday season. And, of course, looking for the Chicago Bears to get their 2nd straight win over the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay, not to mention Caleb's first win over Jordan Love, which he has not got yet, but I do believe he will beat this bum in Green Bay in 2 weeks.
I agree.
So back to this game. Yeah, for the Chicago Bears, I changed my score, Jay. When you start looking at some of the metrics in this game, we talked about it a little bit on, on Thursday, but this Roma Dunze is going to be huge in this game, as we stated.
It's gotta be.
Well, as we stated, he has torn up man coverage. I'm trying to find my notes on it. He's torn up man coverage. He's played three teams that rate in the top 10: the Lions, the Ravens, the Giants, and the Commanders. Commanders was 2 for 32, but the other 3 games were 2 of them were over 100. The Giants were 6 for 86 and a touchdown. The Steelers play the 5th most man in football. They're dead last in yards allowed to wide receivers. Also, another hidden stat here, which I find to be tremendously awesome. It favors the Chicago Bears. The Steelers all-time are 1-12 in Soldier Field, so maybe things just don't work out for them in this particular ball game. But I'm going to go out on a limb here. And I know, Jay, we've talked about this many, many of times. But I'm going to say this is going to be a big game for number 10, Luther Burden. I think he finally is going to break out today against this man coverage. I just feel it in my bones, man. I do. I think Caleb Williams, I changed my projection. I think he goes for over 300 today. I thought this was going to be more of a grinder until you started seeing these injuries pop up. And the Bears and James on Wednesday, I believe he called it and said the Bears are going to have to score over 24 points to win this game. I disagree with them on Wednesday, but I agree with them 100%. I think the Bears might have to score. Guys, I don't want to look at this game and say, hey, it's Mason Rudolph and the Bears are going to run roughshod. We already lost to a backup quarterback this year, but let's not get it twisted. Mason Rudolph is a very capable quarterback. Last week in relief, it was the Bengals defense, 12-16 for the 127 and a touchdown. And if you go back to 2023, his completion percentage has been over 65%, 23, 24, 25, small sample sizes. All I'm saying is in 2023, he started 3 games. He was 3-0. He started 5 games in 24. He was 1-4. But overall in his career, he's 9-8-1 as a starter. This guy with a 64.1% completion percentage. This guy is very capable.
Yeah, he's what you look for. He's what you look for in a backup quarterback. And I didn't check Vegas now. I don't know if the odds changed at all with Rudolph being in there, but right before we started the program here, I think it was still 2.5 Bears favorites at home. I don't know what this game is going to be, Sean, because there's too many unknowns. I mean, if you go by Vegas, if it's a 2.5 point favorite at home, you're really down by half a point, which for all intent and purposes is a 1 point game. So, man, is it going to be a high scoring game or is it going to be 10-9? I don't know if I know. I mean, honestly, it could go either way. I can tell you this. I'm just really worried about the middle of the field. I don't know if the Bears should run the ball very, very hard and stick to it and try to keep the ball out of the defense's hands, because the defense is going to not be good tonight. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping it's another Bears victory and it's another, hey, we get the ball last and we win. But you might be right. We may have to just simply outscore them. I was thinking earlier today that, man, I would maybe take all the Bears running backs overs because I think they're going to really try to push the ball and run the ball. And I know Pittsburgh, blitzes a lot just as much as Vikings did last week. So who knows? This is all Caleb. This could be Caleb's coming out party game where, all right, he finally razzles and dazzles you. He evades the sacks like he has been, but he's throwing up a lot of yardage. He's throwing up good completion percentages. But can he still bring it into the end zone from the red zone? That's going to be, for me, the biggest question.
Yeah, and for me, talking about the middle of the field, the Chicago Bears, when healthy, have had problems against tight ends. If you go to fourstarschicagosports.com right now, I do have my Week 12 preview up there, and I did touch on key matchups for the Bears linebackers and safeties versus tight ends, because they have three in Jonnu Smith, Pat Freiermuth, and Darnell Washington, the beast, the absolute beast who is running over people. But tight ends have been targeted 77 times against the Chicago Bears this season for 64 receptions. They're giving up 9.1 yards per catch, and worked out to 584 yards, which if you go across it, it's only like 60 yards a game. But they've also allowed 4 touchdowns. But when you go and look at the season as a whole in totality and say, when have these tight ends been effective against the Bears? It seems they've been effective at the worst time for the Bears.
Yeah.
So, scoring these touchdowns in opportune moments, bringing them back in. I do believe, if not 2, all 3 of these tight ends are going to have big days with Mason Rudolph today. I think it's going to be very hard. And we got to get to Rudolph. We have to pressure him. We have to get him out of his game, because if you let him stand in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart in the middle. We have to get to him today. Yeah, and there's one thing that the people are not talking about in this game is how bad the Steelers' offensive line has been. They've allowed 33 sacks. They're giving up 3 sacks per game. So I'm with you, Jay. The Bears have to figure out a way to get home, whether it's running some kind of stunts or safeties off the edge. They have to figure out a way to keep Rudolph in balance. Turnovers are going to be huge, as always, for this opportunistic defense. And the Bears are going to have to be really opportunistic today, because this linebacking core scares the crap out of me, dude. But hey, the Bears took Ruben Hippolyte in the 4th round, right? I guess it's Ruben Hippolyte season. We're going to find out how good this guy is. Is he good? Yeah,
you hope they've still been coaching him. I know he's not been playing. I think he's been on special teams, but you're hoping maybe he's starting to grasp the playbook a little bit more. Look, he's definitely speedy. He doesn't have the size, so he should be better in coverage. I think the biggest knock on him is really just his football IQ. Now, that's not what you want to hear out of a linebacker, but he's still played in a Big Ten school, right? Rutgers.
Who was that?
He was out of Rutgers.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like he was playing up against schmucks the whole time. He didn't come from Ohio State, but you hope that this coaching staff, Dennis Allen's coaching staff, has really been coaching him up, because so far, we were talking about it on Wednesday. So far, the rookie draft really doesn't look that bad. It's looking pretty decent.
He was Maryland.
What's that? Maryland. Sorry. Maryland. Definitely Big Ten. So yeah. I hope Carl Jones Jr. Does well. I hope they both do well, but you're right. I really wish Kyle Gordon was starting, because I'd feel a lot safer. Really wish Edwards was starting to feel a lot safer, but it might be really CJ Gardner and Kevin Byard, kind of taking the show over here. And hey, maybe Nashawn Wright can continue on his little interception here streak. I think it'll be going for his 5th, but losing Tremaine Edmonds with 4 interceptions is also very, very huge. He's had some fumble recoveries, so it's going to be hard maybe to win that turnover battle today.
Yeah, it's man, it's such a. I mean, this is such an important game for the Bears in the respect of, say that the Bucks go into LA and they win that game, and then the Bears win this game, and you can figure out a way to win this game pretty much as a mash unit on defense. You're going to Philadelphia to play for a pretty important game. I mean, you're playing to be at least tied for first seed in the NFC playoffs, which if you would have told me this 12 weeks ago, I would have laughed in your face and said, there's no chance in hell we're going into week 13 having a chance to play for the number 1 seed, but it's here. It's here. So let's take it, man. Let's take it.
If you wanted to be playing relevant games late in the season, here it is right now. It's right here in front of you. You can't control what happens in the rest of the league, but you can maintain first place if you win today. So you really need to win today. My worry is, and maybe this is why some of these guys aren't playing today, is that the Bears are playing again in 5 days. So that's a really short span. I don't even know if you could practice really besides doing walkthroughs. So I would say that some of these guys might be sitting right now because of that. So you really hope that the Bears can come out of this game healthy. You don't want to. You can't lose anybody else on defense. You're absolutely screwed if you do.
I don't think there's anyone else to lose. DJ Prophet says Black Friday with JJ and Kyler. I believe that was the target date all along.
Yeah, I think so.
And TJ Edwards as well. I believed going into Philadelphia, you want to be as healthy as possible. So after, full back-to-back full practices by both of them, I still didn't expect them to play. I thought there was an outside chance maybe TJ Edwards, but that hamstring, not just a hand, I guess is giving him a little problems. At least he's not on IR. Maybe we could get him back from Philadelphia as well. But I'm just going to worry about this first team from Pennsylvania before I worry about the other team from Pennsylvania.
Hey, and you know what? Melon Smasher actually said it pretty nice. I thought about this too, dude. Ben Johnson single-handedly gives me hope this team can make the playoffs.
Who said that?
I 100% agree.
Who said that? Where'd that go?
Melon Smasher.
Oh, yeah. I agree. I just, at some point, the injuries become insurmountable. And we're all sitting here looking like, holy crap, man, how are the Bears going to stop the run? How are they going to stop this 3-headed tight end attack? And again, Mason Rudolph is very capable. There's a lot of questions and not enough answers. My answer to it all is you're going to have to outscore them. And Melon Smasher has 17-16 as his prediction. Bears, I really hope it's going to be that low scoring. But as I said, I wasn't on James's bandwagon on Wednesday saying the Bears were going to have to score 24 points to win this game. I think that Mason Rudolph might be just serviceable enough, that running game and getting the ball to the tight ends, not knowing how sure these tacklers are, and DeMarco Jackson and Hippolyte. And, Hippolyte showed some signs that he was able to cover, and maybe he's ready. I don't know, man. I don't
hope
know
he's getting coached. You hope he's being
never
developed and coached. I mean, and they have so far, but you really haven't seen either one of these guys, Carl Jones Jr. or Ruben Hippolyte. Really, we saw, I think both of them in the preseason. That's the last time I can remember really Ruben Hippolyte. Maybe he had a couple of snaps in a game this year. I don't know, but you just hope that these guys have gotten better, even if it's marketably better, a little bit better. Just I don't need Pro Bowlers right now. I just need guys that can, tackle and not give up the big play. So
and DJ says we're the best offense in the league since our bye week. Yeah, they are, but the red zone efficiency is still a problem. You're kicking too many field goals and not putting the biscuit in the end zone. And the Bears,
Sean,
the Bears are going to have to do that today. Going to have to.
Quick update: the Bears are actually now full 3-point favorites.
So they went up a half point. I don't think the Bears are going to lose this game today. I think they're going to figure out a way offensively. And my new prediction for today is Caleb over 300. 2 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift, I think, touches pay dirt. And I think we get a couple field goals in there. I like the Bears 31-24. over the Pittsburgh Steelers on the Lakefront today.
So up by a touchdown. I mean, that's pretty good. And I was just thinking too, that red zone, if Caleb has the 300 yards, I don't care if he has like 3 touchdowns, 1 passing and 3 are rushing in the red zone, as long as we score in the red zone. Again, I don't care how we do it. Just we got to score when we're in there. Man, I think I'm going to stick with my original prediction. What was it last on Wednesday? I think it was
you had I forgot to write it down.
14-10 or something like that.
You're gonna say low scoring, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. DJ Profit puts it up at 38-17. Bear down. I like it. I think the Bears are going to put up points today.
I hope so.
The Steelers have had problems. If you go look at their games, they have given up a multitude of games this year where teams have scored over 20 points against them. I think this is just going to suit up for the Bears. And honestly, man, from Wednesday to Friday to Sunday, my mind has changed so much. I would, and I don't know how anybody else feels about this, but I like the Bears to try and control this game on the ground, even though I just said I'd like Caleb over 300 yards. But I would like,
just get a win. Just win the game.
Keep the defense off of the field.
Right.
I don't want to see the Bears defense on the field, dude. I really don't. These guys suck. Mean, maybe they'll surprise us. I shouldn't say they suck. I take that back. Rewind that. I don't know enough about them to say they suck. I know they're not NFL starters, and they're elevated from practice squads. None of this sounds great.
Right.
None of it sounds great.
It doesn't sound great, but you know what? Look, you've been making do with what you have so far. You hope their linebackers coach. You hope Dennis Allen is coaching these guys up. That's all you can do, man. We can only play who we can play at this point. There's not going to be anybody out on free agency. You're not going to make a big splash trade right now. I don't know anybody really that's going to trade away their star linebacker anyways.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. What you hope for, what you really pray, if you're a diehard Bears fan, is that somehow Ruben Hippolyte comes out and just destroys that offense somehow. That would just be great. He comes away with like 12 tackles, maybe a fumble, a forced fumble. Hey, good job, dude.
He might have 12 tackles at the second level.
He might have to, yeah.
he might not have a choice. DJ Providence says he got his son Luther Burden jersey yesterday. He hasn't taken it off since it came in the mail. Dude, that's amazing. You know what? He's going to hold on to that jersey, DJ, because I think I've said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it. I still think he's the best playmaker. Nothing, and this isn't a knock on Rome Odunze. I think they're completely different players. I think Rome has a particular.
Just watch the first move that he does. It's different than everybody else on the team. DJ Moore is the only guy close to it.
Yeah, Luther Burden's another level, man. And I really hope today he gets a chance to shine. I know they gave him a chance. He dropped that ball. Receivers drop balls. I mean, he should have caught it, sure, but I'm not really going to hold it against him. Get more reps, get him out there. I still think he's the most electric player outside of DeAndre Swift on as far as playmakers on this team. I think him and Burden and Swift are on another level. DJ Moore's right there too. I don't know. I feel it. I feel a Burden game today. I just do. I do. I feel
I heard a fact today that DK Metcalf's dad was a guard that was drafted by the Bears. I don't know if he's going to be there. That's an amazing photo. We were asking, does anybody remember what game that was from? Was that a Bears game or are they playing somebody else? Not that I care. It's just a great picture.
My favorite picture of Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. I should put this up in my Sports Hall of Fame here.
Yeah, it should be like your screensaver when your TV goes to like sleep mode or whatever. That should just be that.
Oh well, I think our bases are covered. For me today, again, I think offensively the Bears have shown the ability to put points up on the board, and they take exceptional care of the football. And I think that's going to be a key today. Ball security always is critical in every game. I think even more so today with the Bears' banged up defense and the Bears, they have a clean play identity, let's just say. And, I think they should be able to sustain drives and control some tempo today.
Get pressure on Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, and as I stated earlier, man, Pittsburgh's allowed 33 sacks. It's the third most in the NFL, an average of 3.3 sacks per game. They only allowed 1 last week, but over the past 4 games, they have given up 10 sacks. So let's hopefully think. I'm going to go out here and say a guy late who's been coming on late in the season, Mr. Austin Booker. I think he has a good game today as well. And maybe we get some pressure up the middle from maybe Grady Jarrett. I'm going to call his number. I thought he played exceptionally well last week. He was disruptive. He was creating chaos in the middle of that line. Hopefully he can create some more chaos today, free up some people, let Javon Dexter maybe go to work.
You'd like to hear Montez Sweat name too.
Yeah, I like the Bears today. I think I don't know how they're going to get it done, but this is going to be the fun of the game today. Oh, the Oracle!
Hey, there he is. Our little time.
Just in time. We were about to check out, Dustin.
I know. I had to get it in. I don't got a lot of time either, but this has been bringing us good luck. So my beautiful baby has been bringing us good luck. So I wanted to
yes, sir.
Get it in.
The rest of her life is going to have to come on
the Oracle has arrived.
I haven't been able to watch much, guys, but Bears 50 to Steelers 10. Is that what we're saying?
Jay has a low scoring game. There's a couple of people in the chat who have low scoring, but a lot of people in the chat are putting
a lot of people are with you guys.
Yeah, high scoring. I changed my prediction today, Dustin, to 31-24 Chicago. My thing is I just don't know how the Bears are going to stop Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell, and I really don't know how they're going to stop this three-headed monster that they have in the tight end position. But a couple of keys I threw out there is I think you can have C.J. Gardner play the hybrid position today, maybe safety linebacker combo, and it's going to just come down to what is Ruben Hippolyte, what is DeMarco Jackson, who are these guys, and can they get it done? So
yeah, I think Ruben Hippolyte's going to have a game, man. I
hope
give him
so.
an opportunity. I mean, the way the depth chart's situated, I don't know how they're going about this yet today. None of us do. I think C.J. Gardner-Johnson in that role makes a lot of sense. I think Jonathan Owens in that role makes a lot of sense in that line. Any of these safeties, throw Elijah Hicks out there, throw Jonathan Owens out there, let Brisker move up to that linebacker spot. Really use some of your depth at the safety position to supplement your lack of depth at the linebacker position. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson should be a part of that. But I think if Ruben Hippolyte gets a chance in this game, right, baby, that he's going to make some plays, guys. I think someone has to make some plays. And
you're going to see a lot of nickel and dime.
It's going to be a lot of nickel.
I think Ruben Hippolyte can make an impact on this game. I think this is why this kid was drafted, for a situation just like this. So let's see what he's got. I'm excited, man. I'm excited Rodgers is out too. That's great news to get right before we jumped on here.
Yeah, Bears went up a half a point in Vegas for it, so hey.
Yep.
Swaggy McNolegs. Also, Dustin was on Jonathan Owens can play the middle in the chat here just a little bit ago.
Yeah, man. I think he's the guy you really single out to get more run in this game as a supplemental piece. Baby girl, you're loud.
He's a little bit of a luck too. He always seems to be in the right spot at the right time, Jonathan Owens. So, maybe a little luck is all you need. Throw the guy in there and, hey, ball pops into his hands. Let's go.
She's saying go Bears. She's trying to get it out. She's like, go Bears.
Yeah.
Well, Phil just threw his prediction in here just moments ago. He has Bears 34-31. DJ Profit is calling for Ruben Hippolyte with the pick 6 today off of
DJ,
Mason.
I'm with you. I've been saying all week, this is a Ruben Hippolyte week. Sean, I've been on it. I know it's hard to have faith in this kid, but he was drafted for a reason. Dennis Allen wants to use him in some fun ways, I think. We're going to see him make an impact on this game. Someone has to. I'll just keep following him. And he's got the athletic skill to do it. I'm sick of hearing about this Darnell Washington. I liked him coming out of college, but this guy's not very good at the tight end position in my opinion.
He's just
a physical freak. He's a physical freak, but I'm not scared of him. I don't know why anyone is or would be.
Hopefully he's just not hand checking Bears like he was Bengals last year.
Well, yeah, I guess I'd be scared of that stiff arm if I was on the receiving end of it. It's easy to say that from my chair that I'm not scared of him. He's a
Swaggy McNolan says, I predict Sweat takes Rudolph's helmet off and tries to beat him with it. All right, we're in on that. And
Rudolph
Dustin,
the red-nosed racist.
And Dustin, I did say I think I would like to see the Bears run the ball and control the tempo. But something inside of me today says Caleb Williams over 300, at least 2 passing touchdowns. Luther Burden, big game. And that's kind of where I'm going today.
I'm with you. Burden. We said it last week. It didn't come to fruition, John. I'm doubling down. I'm starting Burden in fantasy again for the second week in a row. Burden is going to blow up. The Burden blow up is happening. It's going to happen. All the metrics are there. It's lining up. It's going to come together. But I think, as you said, Sean, I think the Steelers are looking at this game as a get-right game for their running game, which has been subpar all season. And this Bears defense is ripe for the taking. So you got to stop the run and you got to establish the run. Whoever wins that running game statistic is going to win this game. The Steelers could go off for 200 yards against this Bears team. It's done. You don't have a chance.
Dustin, I don't know if you were on when I just put this up, but the Steelers have given up 33 sacks on the season. It's third most in the league. How many sacks do you think the Bears walk away with today? Do they take advantage of that weakness?
One maybe.
One sack.
Listen, I don't have any faith in this pass rush, Sean, and I don't think you should. I don't think Jay should.
I don't.
No one should. They are what they've shown us that they are, guys, you know. Yeah. And that Steelers offensive line, regardless of all those stats, is a tough offensive line. I like a lot of players on that O-line. So, I mean, like, I'll believe it when I see it. I think you got to generate pressure creatively in this game with those dime and nickel package, blitz these defensive backs.
Yeah.
Confuse Mason Rudolph.
I'm going to go opposite of Dustin here. I'm going to say 3 sacks.
Hey.
And I'm going Rock Chalk Jayhawk comes up with 2 of them today. Austin Booker, number 94.
I would love to see Booker get off, man. I'm hoping for that because that's going to be a big key to this game. But in order to have a chance to even get those sacks, Sean, you got to stop this run game. If this run 100%. Game is let loose on you all game, you don't have a chance. You don't have a 100%. Chance. And the Steelers, regardless of if Rodgers was playing or Rudolph was playing, they were going to come and try to establish their will. This is an establish your will game.
We were waiting for this news. Swaggy McNolan says Theo Benedette is out. So this is going to make Ozzie Trapilo season. Is that what it's going to be? Because Braxton Jones is still on IR, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It's Ozzie. I mean,
it's got to be Ozzie. Who else is there?
Do you think that changes anything about this Bears game?
Changes up the jumbo package a little, but not really. I mean,
game
plan still be the same.
I still think they're going to have to
Benedette has been our biggest weakness in pass protection. Ozzie can't be worse. That's the way. I mean, honestly, I don't think it makes a difference at all.
I think the reason why he's not starting is I think Ozzie's actually a better pass protector, but a worse run blocker.
Yeah.
And he was a much better run blocker than he is pass. And everything starts with the run, so he just decided to default to the run and went with the Canadian Eagle.
Well, a lot of these questionable injuries are the Bears are only going to have 4 days to get ready for the Philadelphia Eagles. So
when in doubt, sit them out in this situation.
100%.
Yeah, that game is going to be. It's an NFC game. It's you know what I'm saying versus this AFC game. Yeah. You're on the road. You're playing the Eagles on a short week. Everything they're doing is preparing for that. It seems like I don't think they're looking past this game, guys. I think this is a must win.
Yeah, it has to
win for this Bears team. This is the biggest game of the season. Like
if you want to maintain first, you got to win.
Yeah, and I mean it's a big difference between being 7-4 going into that Eagles game versus 8-3. You know, because then you got the Packers right after that, and I don't think any of us are going to be picking the Bears to beat the Eagles. So now you're looking at 7-5. Yeah, and that swings the division in a big way. You got to get this win today.
Yeah, 100%. And as we stated a little bit earlier, this is a huge game because if the Bucks upset the Rams in Los Angeles, the Eagles beat the Cowboys. The Bears go into Philadelphia playing for the number 1 overall seed in the NFC playoff picture. So this game is hugely important. And as the chat has said, and as we all believe, I have faith in Ben Johnson today to dial up something. But I think it's going to have to be on the offensive side for them to win this ball game. I'm going high scoring, as I said, 31-24 Chicago is where I'm at, and that's where I'm going to die on that hill today. And
31-30. I changed mine to 31-30.
31-30. I like it.
You know what? I think the Bears averaged 24 points, and Pittsburgh's averaging 21. I'd be happy with that, a 24-21 victory.
Yeah,
just so long as we're in the win column.
Any way they get it. And before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, once again, don't forget, mark your calendars, book it down, December the 7th. We're playing the Packers, hopefully for first place in the division, and we're going to be live at River Street Tavern, $3 Coors and Miller Lite Tall Boys, half off wings. We're going to bring you a podcast, and as usual, we're going to have some bomb things for you to raffle off. We got Briggs in the house. We got Peck Sucks, Dan Hampton in the house. I also got a Dan Hampton donated yesterday autographed mini helmet that says Hall of Fame on it. And I picked up our number 1 draft pick auto for you, ladies and gentlemen. Come out. It's going to be a great time. We've seen a lot of regulars from the show out there. We'd like to see you all out on a Sunday, 3:25 for this kickoff. And back-to-back Pennsylvania games. Let's get them, boys.
Establish your will. Assert your dominance.
Absolutely.
Establish that run game. Whoever wins that run game battle is going to win this game, as Melon Smash was saying right there. Ben Johnson can do that. He can dial up a damn good run game.
Dude, his run blocking is crazy. Wide receivers are wide open. Bears fans haven't seen this in decades. It's insane.
This is fun. This is fun. This is fun.
Watch out. I mean, I want to see this. Just one more thing. These Bears receivers, do not let Jalen Ramsey big bro you. Do not let this Darius Slay, this secondary, big bro you. You better have that attitude right back with them. Go at them hard. Do not let them, just get in your face and talk shit all game, and don't go back at them. You got to go back at these guys.
Yeah. Killer attitude. And
yes.
I believe in this guy.
Good, better, bad. Never let it rain. Never let it rain. You're gonna get better. You're gonna get better. You better get better. You better get better. Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bears!
Hey, and by the way, guys, Kevin Fishbane had a fantastic article this week in The Athletic on the origins of Good, Better, Best. Did not come from Ernie Bank or Billy Williams.
And Nate, well, I guess they were high school teammates, and their high school coach used it because he saw Billy Williams. That's kind of like
is that what
that's what I had heard. I haven't read that article. The article I did read was the Nate Tice article on Yahoo about Caleb Williams in this offense, and y'all need to read that if you have not.
I actually have that saved, and I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I have it saved. I have it bookmarked on my Twitter feed.
It's going to be especially a good read for you, Sean. Yeah, especially for you. You need to
why you say that?
Because a lot of the stuff that you've been voicing concerns about Caleb Williams, there's an explanation for it in this article in regards to the offense that Ben Johnson is running, the aggressiveness of it, the tendencies for going for deep plays, the fact that you're not pushing for these quick dink and dunk passes that are gonna boost that are gonna boost your completion percentage. Ben Johnson's okay with cutting that in half as long as every other time you're hitting that big one.
Progress.
Yes.
He likes chunk plays. He said it before. I like chunk
plays.
He likes chunk plays and no 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
Hey, boys, let's go get this victory. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys.